Well, good morning everybody. How are we all doing? It's been a long month since I talked to you last. A lot of things have happened within that time, if you don't already know. Unfortunately, Mum passed away a few weeks ago. So yeah, and I'm trying very hard to accept it. It wasn't really expected. We knew she was ill, but we didn't think that would happen. And I knew something wasn't going to be right. That she would need to fight extremely hard to beat it. But hey ho, I'm going to pause you for a second, guys. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Right. So yes, this is the first video I've done since Mum passed away. It's just, it's been an extremely hard time. She was had another diagnosis of cancer, so therefore she started chemo again, and they gave her the strongest chemo they could, and everything seemed okay. This was sort of like in the middle of April, and so everything's been okay. She was sort of like taking it in her stride. Everything was fine until maybe day, I don't know, 5, 6 and 7. Usually she reacts to the chemo around about that time, and but no, she was really doing well. There was a indoor car boot sale at Kensal Hall, and I had a table, so she sat beside me sort of near enough the whole time, and she was looking okay, and she got her photo taken, and morning, sorry there. Yeah, so everything was going fine, and then next day was Mother's Day. We had a great time around at hers. All the family were there, and I had something in my head that I needed to get a photo of her and my girl. I just had to. Something said to me that you need to get this photo done. So I took a photo, and then she started not feeling very well that night, and the Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday and the Thursday she wasn't really well. So we decided on the Thursday morning that she needed to go up to Rigmore, up to hospital. They done some tests, and they discovered it was sepsis, and she also had another infection floating about as well. So she was in a lot of pain. Part of the side effect of the chemo is lots of diarrhea and excess urine as well. So she was, not to be sounding disgusting, but she was red raw both ends, and she was in a lot of pain. She could hardly move with the pain, so she was put on high doses of morphine. She was put on high doses of an antibiotic. She was also given fluids. Her potassium was low in her blood, so they were giving her potassium. And she was really unwell. She was put, at the beginning she was in GA ward, and then she was put up to the oncology ward, and so we worked out who was gonna go up and see her, because there's no point in us all going up at once, and because of all the medication, she was very sleepy at night, so we tried to go up during the afternoon or during the day, and at that point it was quite hard going. Then we went into the beginning of the Easter holidays, and we worked it out that my brother and my sister would do the Monday and the Tuesday, and I would do the Wednesday and the Thursday. But unfortunately, by the Wednesday, she sadly passed away during the early hours of the morning on Wednesday. So you can imagine all the emotions that we feel because of her sudden death. She went in with sepsis, and she actually died of a heart attack, just because her body couldn't cope with the infection and the amount of antibiotics and drugs she was getting, the morphine and things, and her body just couldn't take any more, so her heart unfortunately gave out. And then we had the task of emptying the house, and that was before the funeral, because we knew, because she stayed in a council house, we knew we didn't really have a lot of time to empty the house. And and then when we said to the housing officer, they said, well, you usually get a week after the funeral, which is mental. If any one of us was by ourselves and we didn't have the big family to help, there was no way we could empty that house in time. But we got through it, and we handed the keys in back last week. So then we had a funeral. It was 2 weeks today since the funeral. It's been surreal. It's been hard going. I don't know how the rest of the family are feeling, because obviously it was a shock to the system. It really took our breath away, and before, when she got her second diagnosis, she went to note out the funeral plan, what our service, who was going to take service, and what our hymns were going to be, and who was going to lower her down. And she told us when she done that, and we said, oh, for goodness sake, Mum, we don't need that yet, But when it was very helpful when we did need it, and she got the service that she wanted. She would have been proud of the service, and for all those who are watching that were at the service, I thank you very much for being there and being part of the service. And she would have been blown away by the amount of people that came out to say goodbye to her. I know she was overwhelmed at the amount of people that came out to Dad's funeral, and she even said that a few days after Dad's funeral. And in the back of my mind, I thought, well, yours is going to be twice as big, Mum, I can assure you that. She's been a big part of all this for such a long time, and I see her hand in everything. The flowers in the high street, the Heritage Centre, I delivered the ADT, and she was a big part of that since it started. And there's Poppy Scotland. She used to be a volunteer in the hospice shop when it first came to illness, and it's hard not to miss her. Yeah, it's not been easy. There's a lane that comes off the high street up to Mum's house, and I'm trying my best not to go up it, not to go on that side of the street near it, and not to see the house. And because I was there every single day, I was either going somewhere like up to clean the church or to Toddlers, or I was coming in on my way back from anywhere, even a walk. I was going in, popping in. And I was in on the high street in the Co-op or in Morrison's. I would phone her, do you need anything? I miss that. I miss if I hear something like a bit of news, or if I heard of somebody passed away, I would immediately went to Mum and said, look, I heard this about this person, or I'm hearing that he passed away or she passed away. We're getting a new cafe and all this in where Sunny's was down the bottom, and Mum would have probably been the first person I would have told, or she would have heard it first before anybody else knew. So it's things like that I miss. I miss talking to her about just different things, My dog escaped the other day. She got out, and because she's deaf, she didn't, and she doesn't have recall, so she wasn't hearing me shouting her. So luckily she only went round the corner. But again, next time I would have seen Mum, I would have said, oh, Lily got out, or Lexi did this, yeah, it's hard. Or just phoning her to say, how are you? What are you up to? Where do you go in the day? Just general blethering. And yeah, it's been hard going. I feel that I've lost a purpose. I wasn't told to sort of to go and see Mum every day. I wanted to. That was, it's just, you go in and see her and see how she's doing, and this is one of the new benches that are in the Crawl Park. There was a big controversy, a big row of where to put them. So this will be a nice wee seat, especially on Gala Day, which is fast approaching. So that's a proper bench, and we've got another bench up here that's just has no sort of backs on it. It's just to make the Crawl Park a wee bit better, So this is another one. It's just sitting here. So it's a nice wee bench just to sit and to have a rest. We all need a rest. There's a robin over there. You seen it? Seen it on the fence? Man, it's not a robin. No, it's got a red breast. I've never seen that bird before. You seen it down there? See if I can go into it, see if it's there. Where is it? I've lost it now. I've lost the wee thing. It's meant to be there somewhere. Where is it? Is that it there? There it is. There it is. Look at that. Look at that wee birdie. It's got something in its mouth. Is it collecting stuff? Listen. So look, you never know what you might see if you sit down and just take a rest. Oh, it's got... Oh, it must be building a nest. So we'll just put you back up again. There we go. That's it. Right, we're going again. Oh. So yes, so how's everybody else doing? So I'm just trying to get through the day. You know, just take a day at a time, and life goes on, but that doesn't make it any easier. You know, it doesn't really. But well, there's a train coming. Look. That must be 10 to 10, which it is. There we go, that's the train I always get if I'm going to my nest. There we go. So there must be another bench going down here. See all the slabs that are ready for it. See, that's a big hole ready for a bench to go in. There's another slab just been done. Thanks to, I think it's a community council that's done it. So thanks to them, and for all who are watching that gave us cards and flowers, and again a donation towards Mum's charity, which was the Heritage Centre. Thank you. From the bottom of our hearts, just thank you. You know, I appreciate you thinking of us. But yeah, it's just little things. You know, I was talking to somebody in the high street. I think it was last week. And I just happened to look across the road, and here was a wee lady. And with the same colour of jacket that Mum wore, and a hat, and a rollator. You know, and it's just things that pop up like that. You know, I was the same when Dad passed away. I was on the train coming home. We stopped in Dingwall, and this old manny got on with the exact same zip-up cardigan. Same colour, same pattern that Dad would have wore, you know, and I had to really look at him, you know. I watched him getting on and watched him coming into my carriage, you know, and a double take. But things like that sort of pop up, and you know, but I think that's them. Maybe it's in a way that, you know, we're still around, you know, we're always going to be with you, you know, in your hearts and memories, and, you know, and so yeah, I mean, she's watching, and even the minister that was doing her eulogy, Robert Adair, he started off by saying Shirley was born on 13th of July 1932, and I thought, where on earth did you get that from? Because it was 1943 she was born. So after the service, I said to him, I says, Mum will be raging at you. He says, how? I says, you got her year of birth wrong. he said it was 1932, but she was born in 1943. And he says, well, I don't know where I got that from. It must have been from your dad's eulogy, because he took information from that as well. And I says, well, Dad was born in 1941, so I still don't know where you got 1932 from. So, I says, well, she'll be up there waiting for you. She'll be raging. So yeah, so things like that is just sometimes just make you smile, and and just a song you hear. I mean, we had a concert in the Alness Parish Church, which is now, used to be Roskeen Parish Church, but it's now Alness Parish Church, because they amalgamated with Alness Parish Church, or Alness West End Church down the bottom. So anyway, that was on Penn's Road, and we had a concert for a lady that had, she had a choir, Miriam Singers and Ian's Boys, and she'd done it for a long, long time. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? And I was part of it, and when one of the ladies put in the script, I wasn't at home, so she dropped it off at Mum's. So Mum had a look at the script, and so she read it, and she says, oh, that sounds really good, I quite fancy going to that, so I'll get my pal to come with me, whatever. And unfortunately she didn't make it. And I made the decision. There was a practice on the Tuesday, which is the day before Mum's funeral, and I said, no, I need to do this, and then the concert was on the Friday, which was 2 days after the funeral. And so I said, no, I'm doing this in memory of Mum, because she was really, really wanting to come. And so yeah, she would have heard it, she would have been listening, and I held up quite well, afterwards I broke down, but so I'm quite proud of myself for actually sticking with it and doing it, but aye. Let me pause you for a minute, guys. Okay, guys. So yes, I was proud of myself for doing that, but it didn't make it any easier, and over the past couple of weeks, it's just been, what do I do now? I used to go and have lunch where, just go to Harroghouse and sit in my soup, or, or salad roll, or, and I'm going to miss that, just having my lunch where. We used to joke that Mum's house was a perfect place for the toilet and the high street. And especially with me and my IBS, her house was handy to go into the toilet, and we quite often went in and said, hi, I'm needing the toilet, so she kind of joked, oh, you only come in here for the toilet, so I miss that, just to able to pop in, or to take my dog Lily down there, when I'm finished a walk, or in the middle of a walk. It's just these wee things we're going to miss, But as I said, life life goes on, and she wouldn't want us to, be moping about and crying all the time, and but again, it does make it any easier, and sorry for shaking. I'm trying to roll up my sleeves here because it's getting a wee bit warm. So yeah, so that's where we're at just now. So so sorry for the long delay of having no video. Aiming to have a video out once every 2 weeks, maybe, because I don't have Heritage Centre, not open on a Wednesday. Well, it's not open anyway, but my days were Tuesday and a Wednesday. And I was going to the craft class, but that is now finished for the summer until August, so I've got nothing to do every second Wednesday. So every second Wednesday I go to a autism support group for families, for parents, and so it's been quite helpful. We just blather about how things are going in our lives with our kids, and and if there's anything else we can help and get tips. It's quite handy. We support each other, so like people who actually know, who's actually been through it, so it's quite good, but that's every second Wednesday, so I've got nothing to do other times. I'm doing the food bank on the Tuesday at the moment. I've got quite a few Tuesdays for the food bank. I'm still cleaning the church on the Friday. But it was on a Thursday morning, but I've started on the Friday morning, but that could all change again. Even going to helping at the food larder in the church, not picking up things like Mum would have been able to use, like she always used a round lettuce, just a soft lettuce. She never used iceberg lettuce, she didn't like it, but she liked the soft, like the round lettuce as we call it. So if there was any at the church and it looked okay, I would take one for her, or a wee loaf. She can freeze half of it and use half of it and things, things like that I'll miss, And the food larder, by the way, is not just for people on benefits, If you can use the food, it's to stop food waste. So if you can use it, take it, but at our food larder, you've got to be there quick enough, because there's people that come in that will queue for an hour to get in the front of the queue, to get the first pick, and basically most of them are taking things just for the sake of taking them, so nobody else gets it. Oh, I think that somebody's had a wee fire here. That's irresponsible of them. This is another bench that was put onto here in memory of a fisherman. So this is a nice wee area to sort of stop and just listen to the birds, and because this is a favourite pool for fishing apparently. You can probably see the ripples in the water, that's fish catching the flies and stuff. Well, I think anyway. So, but aye, somebody's had a wee fire, which was stupid. But hey ho, mentality of some folk. Right, let's keep going. So we're going to go over to the other side of the the river and up the other side. Oh, got this hill. I've signed up for Race for Life, and I have done since I think it was January. I think I done it, January or February, and so I got all my stuff through, and I bought some t-shirts, or a t-shirt and a hat and things like that. And I was going to run. Well, I wasn't going to run. I was going to walk it. And I was going to put on the thing in the back, walking for my mum, a cancer survivor. But I'm pleased that I didn't write that. I didn't write it, so I'm going to put walking in memory of mum. You know, and the thing is, you know, it wasn't even the cancer that killed her in the end. You know, which is a sad thing. You know, but mum had a very strong will. Nothing seemed to bother her. You know, even through all her chemo, and even when she was in hospital. You know, the first time, like last year. She said, "Oh, okay, we'll just get on with it." You know, and that's a good mentality to have. You know, a good, strong will. And you know, you got mum the same way. You know, she was good at the banter. She would give as good as she got. You know, but the one thing that I liked about mum, and she's passed that on to me because I'm the same, that she doesn't do things for the glory. She doesn't do things for the recognition of doing them, just for the sake of doing it. She'll do it because she wants to do it, because it is the right thing to do, or it's the helping others, because you never know when you might need that help back. You know, she would help anybody, absolutely help anybody, but again, she's the same as me. If you take advantage of the good nature, she'll help you. I will never trust you again. Right, we're going to go up this embankment to go to the other side, so I'll pause you till I get up the top. Well, until I get to the other side, in fact. Whew, man, that's a lot of traffic, and I hate walking that bit when it's busy. And I just wish they put another bridge across the river to, you know, to keep everybody safe. This is such a fast road, especially on that hill. That hill is steep, and you know, if you're not fit enough, you can't get up that hill to cross over to go up this other side. So I wish they would just build a wee bridge, you know, so everybody can come over to this other side, you know, do what I'm doing. So yeah, but it's a lovely day today. It is quite warm. It's quite pleasant. There's not a wind, and sorry, I'm trying to put up my sleeves again. Look at the gorse. Look how lovely it looks. Look at the lovely yellow buds that are on it. You know, for a weed, it looks beautiful. You know, it fairly cheers up the scenery. You know, seeing this big bright yellow buds, and it's helping the insects and the bees, and you know, even the butterflies. And all the nice wee wildflowers that grow in between them as well. Just stunning. Right. I need to pause you again, guys, for a minute until I get past this man and his doggies. Okay, we're on the road again. So we've had not too bad weather up here over the past week. It's been really nice. So kids are back at school. They had another day off on Monday there because it was a May Day back holiday, and then they're back again just now, and then they're off another 2 days in June, and then at the end of June it'll be I think it's the first week in July that they break up for 6 weeks. So, but I've managed to get some support through the holidays for her, and so that's good that she can go away and she's not spending a lot more time with me, and it's helping me as well throughout the holidays. It's giving me a wee bit of space to breathe a wee bit, but yeah, it's fast approaching. I mean, we're in May already, nearly in the middle of May already. It's just the time is going really quick. So right, pause again, guys. Okay, we're off again. And I was at the Horticultural Society's flower sale on Saturday, and I went down and helped with the teas. And I felt close to Mum down there because she was part of the Horty group, and she was a big part in it. She would have been there selling raffles or helping with teas and things like that. So I thought I'd lend my services with them and help them out a wee bit, because they have been good to Mum, but the amount of groups that Mum was in, as I say, I see her hand in absolutely everywhere and almost, especially in the high street, but aye, just good days and bad days. You know what it's like if you've been there before, and I was actually talking to somebody not how long after she passed away, before the funeral, and they said you're basically an orphan now because you've lost both your parents. So I was a wee bit taken aback with that remark. It is true, but it's not a remark that I've heard or wasn't expecting, but Now, I would love to have a bench here. There was a long big log and you're able to sit down on it. I've had my lunch here sometimes, but they took the log away when they done something with the pipes or something underneath the river. So they took the stump away. But I'd love to have a seat here, because I think this area, especially if it's sunny and the sun catches the leaves, it's gorgeous. I think this is a gorgeous scenery, you know. Very picturesque. You know, I'm just sitting listening to the water flowing down the river. It's just wonderful. So we'll go on again. So what else has been happening in the world? Apart from Donald Trump taxing and everything, all these tariffs. So they end up ruining America, because everybody's going to, you know, come out of America, and because it's too expensive. And he's not going to get all the visitors because he's going to tax that as well. It's going to be more difficult to try and get a visa and things like that for enter the country, even for holidays and things. And the flights will go up, and the hotels will go up, and man alive. Yeah, so yeah, not sure what we were doing for the summer this year. Obviously we had a big holiday last year, and we're thinking about going back to Disney in about 2 years' time maybe. My girl will probably be near, she's nearly 15 then. You know, she's coming up to 13 in October. Man alive, a teenager. So it's always nearly 10 years since she came into our lives, you know, nearly 10 years. It's just crazy where the time has gone. It really has. It's absolutely crazy. But I'll stop here for a minute. See, even this is a lovely wee scene. Oh. So so lucky to have a walk like this, you know, both sides of the river. Nice and peaceful. Just lovely. So we'll go back up onto the main path. Still got a problem with dog mess in the Millennium Garden. Just it's just crazy. You know, I think there's a wedding, I think in a couple of weeks, I think. It's either this weekend or next weekend, I can't remember. So we're trying to make everything nice for that. And it doesn't help with irresponsible dog owners not picking up the dog mess. You know, it's just what's so challenging about it? You know, what makes it difficult to understand that you need to pick it up and put it in the bin? There's 3 bins in there. There's 1 dog bin and 2 rubbish bins. So it's not as if you've got to carry it anywhere. I still don't understand the mentality of it. I really don't. You know, so I still go in every day and look for poo. And I'm picking up 2 or 3 bits every single day. So it's the same people that doesn't it, that's doing it. I watched somebody yesterday and their dog, when dog was just running about. I mean, I've no qualms about people using it, but just pick up after them. That's all I ask. Make it tidy. You know, keep it tidy. And this person was on the phone, so he wasn't watching what his dog was doing, you know, or where it was. You know, it's just can't get over the mentality. I'm going to cross the road just now because the nursery are on a walk. I don't want to catch them. And so just the mentality of some people is just crazy. Just, I can't get it into my head. You know, if you're not going to pick up after your dog, you know, why have a dog? You know, so irresponsible. And it's just laziness. That's all it is. It's just laziness. And picking up at, like, anywhere. The high street is just, some days it's like an assault course or a minefield of poo. You know, again, there's bins in the high street. You don't need to carry it far. And then when they're going out for a walk or whatever, they're putting it in a bag and hanging it in a tree. It's not a decoration. You know, you have a dog, be prepared to pick up after it. And then you've got people sort of like going on picnics and things like that. Pick up your rubbish. Take your rubbish with you. Put it in the bin. There's no need for it. It's just laziness. Absolute laziness. But anyway, that's my rant over for the day. So I'm glad. I've actually bought a new toy as well on the days that I can't get out if it's raining. I bought myself a treadmill from TikTok shop and it's brilliant. So it'll be quite handy, you know, just get your steps in if it's pouring rain, you know, or for example if you're staying in waiting for an engineer, which I was yesterday, you know, get your steps in, get walking, you know, get your heart rate up and, you know, get some exercise. So if I didn't do that yesterday, I would have sat and ate. You know, I would have sat and ate. So I'm glad I didn't, because I'm trying to embark at Slimming World again. I need to get some of this weight off that I put on during the time when we were emptying the house and passed away, because we spent our lunches in Harry Gow's. You know, got Harry Gow, just a wee sausage roll here, a bacon roll there, even a salad roll. You know, we got fizzy juice, and you know, so I ended up putting a wee bit on. So I'm trying to get it off, ready for the Race for Life on the 1st of June. And to make me feel better as well, because I've got a wee bit of health stuff going on. So I need to be serious about getting that under control. So actually this afternoon I've got an ECG in the surgery to get done, because I've been having, so I think part of menopause as well, you have like a lot of palpitation, like heart fluttering. So I mean, it's quite often, so I'm getting a wee bit concerned about it. But so I've asked for heart tracing. My last one was okay, so it could be just the menopause. But it is starting to bother me slightly. You know, it's annoying more than anything else. It's not sore or anything. It's just annoying. You know, so this time of my life I need to, you know, watch what I'm doing, not eat myself into oblivion, get the blood pressure down, get the blood sugars down, high cholesterol, I need to get that down, high blood pressure, I need to get that down. You know, it's just all snowballed into one, you know, and it's all been within the past couple of months, so it's not good, you know. You know, just thinking I'll be, trying to think how old I'll be, 53 for my next birthday. I mean, 53, man alive. I don't feel it. I'm not that, you know, I don't feel it in my head, like mentally. Mentally, I'm just in my 20s. Well, I think I'm in my 20s, you know. But 53, man alive. Going through menopause. Well, my girl's just starting puberty. You know, well, she's not there yet, but she's nearly. And it's and I didn't think at my junction, this time of my life, that I would have a pillbox to deal with every single morning and every night. Right, we're just going to cross this road. This is Novar Road, if you didn't know. Just trying to get across this road is just murder. Some pints. Right, we're off. We're off. There we go. What was I saying? Can't remember what I was saying now. Aye, so the pillbox. You know, I'm going to sit down here for a minute. You know, I take 4 tablets in the morning, and I take 3 tablets at night. So I didn't think I'd be at this point already, you know, having a pillbox. But hey ho, we need to make the most of it. Life's too short to squander it. You know, we've got to look after ourselves, you know, because you never know the day, and I don't want to oh, excuse me. Oh dear, I don't know where that came from. And I don't want to sort of like go too early, you know what I mean? But I see more and more younger people are passing away, you know. It's through whatever, through either cancer or a heart attack and things like that. So it's important that we look after ourselves, and you know, so yeah, I'm actually going to switch it round. So that's nearly an hour. I've been doing the video, so I just want to say thank you, everybody that has of kind messages and cards and flowers over the past nearly a month. And so yeah, thank you for your support, and you know, I value your friendship and your prayers and everything. And you know, without my faith, without being a Christian, I don't know what mess I'd be in, you know. It's given me a strength to sort of like carry on every day, and having my girl as well, you know, having something else to focus on is helping too. But again, you know, good days and bad days, and you know, that's just to be expected. So yeah, it's just hi. So I don't know what else to say, but anyway. So until the next time, guys, thank you, and hope to see you next time. Right, ta-ta.